Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing the second layout in the Sketchy Scrappers series that I am doing with Carolina from Carolina's Creations. And here you can see the sketch that I picked for this go round, and it's by Laura Whitaker, and I can put a link to it, but if you go to Pinterest you will find her there with all of her wonderful sketches. I love her sketches. So for this layout, I actually pulled out an older collection that I have. I bought this collection. I think it was from 2013, and this is the hashtag summer collection from American Crafts. And I have the whole stinking collection and just never cut into it. And I don't know why. That paper there, the honeycomb looking rainbow paper, that is like my favorite paper from this collection. And I bought the whole big paper pack because I loved that paper. And when the collection came out, you could not find that paper anywhere. My local scrapbook shop didn't have it. None of the online stores had it. And the only way I could get it was to buy the whole collection pack. So I bought the whole pack because I wanted that piece. So I am determined here that I am going to use that piece of paper on this layout. I don't know that it was probably the best choice for this, but like I said, it was my favorite piece. So I was not going to leave it to be used later. I wanted to make sure that I did get a piece of it on this layout. So I am just pulling out bits and pieces of this whole collection because like I said, I have, I think, almost everything that came with the collection. And right there, I had the little acetate, the little frames, and I guess they're like overlays for the photos. And I usually don't put them on my photos, like over them like they were intended for, but I cut this one and ended up putting it on the corners of my photos underneath. And I didn't think it was standing out enough, so I actually took some white cardstock and backed it behind those little acetate pieces so that they stood out more from that background paper. So that's just what I'm doing there. And but anyways, so I thought the sketch was perfect for this layout because I have some of the pinwheels and everything that came with the collection. So I just thought for my embellishment clusters, it was awesome. And on this one also, the journaling was up at the top and looked like it could be a little bit hidden too. So I just chose to make my journaling hidden for this one because I also had the little cards that came with the pockets, and I really don't use those that often. But this was kind of when I was going through a phase where if a collection came out, I just bought everything from that collection, whether I was going to use it or not. And I've learned now not to do that because you end up with a huge stash of stuff that you'll never use. So I was like, I'm going to use one. I'm going to challenge myself to use it. And so I did. I did pick I ended up switching it around a bit. And then the little envelope that I chose, I picked a color that I probably wouldn't use normally, and that was good because it was hidden, and I didn't feel like I was wasting a good color that I would use all the time. So I'm just kind of getting everything situated how I want it. That cloud paper, I love that paper too. And now that I've pulled out this collection, I really think that I want to use it some more. It's super cute. Unfortunately, I think I only have one of the pinwheels left because I think there was only 4 in a collection pack. And on this layout, I'm going to end up using 3. I wasn't sure that I would, but I do end up using 3. And you see me there. I cut them apart so that I could move them around the layout. But for now, I'm going to go back to sticking things down. So I'm getting that pocket stuck down behind my photos so that I can stick them down on top. And so I'm just making sure that all works. And then if I put that pinwheel there, it will still work, and then I'll be able to pull that little journaling card out. So I considered using that rainbow side of the paper, and then I'm like, nope, and I can't pull that in with the other rainbow honeycomb paper. So now I am using this bright yellow paper. And I don't think I really needed another piece, but I just kind of felt like I needed to make it stand out a little bit more off of that honeycomb paper, just because it is so busy. So I just cut a piece where you really don't see that much of it, but it just helps the pictures to kind of stand out. And you'll notice my pictures, I did not put them completely straight. And, I just started adhering like one on top of the other to get them how I wanted, and then put the whole thing down. And so now I think I'm actually going to commit here and stick that down. And I'm liking everything so far. So I was kind of like, okay, do I use my wet adhesive, or do I use my ATG gun? And I decided to use my wet adhesive for this just because of that pocket. So once again, I'm just testing placement on things. And that is the pinwheel I do use there. And also, I should say that I did use, for the scallop that's on the left-hand side by the rainbow strip of paper, I used an EK Success punch for that, which it actually has like embossed little dots, but the embossing part never works really good. Maybe if you push really, really, really hard, but I just like it for the scallop. So I wanted a bigger scallop than I typically use. So there I pulled out the sticker book that was came with the collection too, and was looking through there, and I pulled out a sticker that was a little sun, and I tucked that back there kind of behind the pinwheel in my bottom layer of paper. And now I'm going through the ephemera pack to try and find something to use over there, because I feel like it needs something below the pinwheel. So I'm kind of just fiddling with things to see what I might like there. The story behind this layout is kind of funny, and of course I have hidden journaling on here, not because it's private or anything, but just because I liked my layout the way it looked, so I didn't want to add any writing on there. And I do add that ephemera piece right there, and it says summertime is the only time, which we live in Florida, so pretty much summertime is the only time. We get like maybe a month total of cold weather, if that. So anyways, so this was like the first time we took our youngest daughter to the beach. And so my husband and my oldest daughter had gone back into town from the beach, and I took the little one out on the beach, and I hauled all the stuff out there, carried her out there. The moment I sat her down in the sand, she immediately started to cry. She hated the sand. So I had to pack everything back up and go back up to the pool at the resort we were staying at. So it was the first time we discovered that she did not like the sand, which thank goodness she does now, and we were able to go to the beach. But it was so funny. And of course, it's just, one of those things where I'm like, this is totally what happens to me. I'm by myself, carried all that stuff down, and, now I got to haul it all back up. But she loved the pool, so that was good. So we just played by the pool, and she sat in the pool. And so anyways, that's the story behind this layout. So there I'm just working on that other embellishment cluster, and there was just a little surfboard, and it says school's out for the summer, and then another one of those pinwheels. And I do end up adding some, like a Brad from an Echo Park collection over there, and I went back to, I think I pulled out the stickers again, and I cut out a little sticker that had a lemon, and then I also pulled out some of the flare badges that came with this collection, and I used them. And I can't remember if I cut that out of the video or not. So these are some foam letter stickers that they are actually from Pink Paisley, I think. And I had some stickers that in mind that I wanted to use, and I thought I had them in yellow, but I didn't. I only had them in black, and I didn't want to use black letter stickers on this. So I went with these yellow ones, and at first I thought I was going to make it Summer Lovin', but I didn't like the way it was sitting, so I changed it to Summer Fun. And so now I'm just rearranging that pinwheel so that everything kind of nestles nicely. And that is another piece of a photo overlay that I cut off, and I just thought it was cute, and I probably didn't need it, but I don't know, I liked it, and I figured I might as well use it. So I just kind of fussy cut around those waves. And then I ran it through my Xyron and I just stick it down. So I just think it's kind of cute. And so here I'm looking at the flare badges, and I end up using 3 flare badges from the collection. And some of them are missing because they've fallen off in my little, in my Raskog cart that I have where I store all of my flare. They're in the little bin, and I just need to dig them out. But it wasn't ones I was going to use anyways because they were too big. So I ended up using kind of one that has, I don't know what you would call it, but it's multicolored, and I used that over by the surfboard. And then I used a lime green one that said good times, or hashtag good times, up there by the sun. And then I just pulled another one that was like a little lemon wedge over the bottom left corner. And then that's where I cut out that lemon because I just felt like it needed something else there. And then I'm going to add some splatters with Heidi Shine and butter, and it is so pretty when it dries. It's one of my favorite colors lately. So, and after I do that, that's pretty much it. So I've got some still pictures coming up here, and I hope you will go to Carolina's channel and check out her video for the series. I will put a link down below. But once again, thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll be back soon with another video.